Hi friends, welcome to Deliciously Jebas. The festive mood is around the corner, and what better way to celebrate than by baking a simpler and easier version of the traditional fruit cake at home. And don't worry, it'll still taste pretty delicious. And I've taken a kilo of mixed candied and dried fruits of my preference. You can use dried pineapple, dried kiwi, dried mango, or any dried fruits of your choice. I've opted for the following ingredients. Have all the ingredients measured and ready before we start with the baking process. Have the whole dried fruits like apricot, fig, cherries, plums and dates cut into bite-sized pieces. In this recipe, the dried fruits are boiled to soften and plump them up before they are added to the cake batter so that the fruit cake is moist even without prior soaking of fruits. A small fun fact for you, you need to soak the cake in rum for 2 days if you are using alcohol and then use it in the cake batter. Have all the nuts roughly chopped. You may use a combination of nuts or any one nut of your preference. We'll need 200 grams of nuts altogether, and we'll not be boiling the nuts in this recipe as we want some crunch from these nuts. Traditionally, this fruit cake is cooked at a low temperature and cooked for a long time, almost 2 hours, For the written recipe, please visit my blog at www.deliciouslyjebas.com, and I'll leave the link in the description box below for you. Grate the orange zest, the lemon zest and the ginger and have it ready. We will need 2 to 3 oranges and 3 to 4 lemons and an inch long ginger. You have to peel the skin and use the ginger. Please try this recipe at home and share your experiences in the comment section below. As I want the kids also to enjoy this cake, I'm using orange juice in this recipe. You can also use grape juice or apple juice or cranberry juice of your preference. Squeeze out the juice from the oranges. If the orange juice is too sweet for your liking, you can also add the juice of a lemon for tartness and strain the juice into a cup. Remove the seeds if any. Next, in a large pan, take 226 grams of unsalted butter, then half a cup of tightly packed light brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of tightly packed dark brown sugar, then 3/4 cup of fresh orange juice, then the chopped fig, the chopped apricots, green raisins, golden raisins, seedless black raisins, tutti frutti, cranberries, glazed or candied cherries. Boil this mixture on a medium flame and give it a good mix while it's boiling. Simmer it until it boils away for 3 to 5 minutes. Look at the colors from these dried fruits. It builds that festive mood, isn't it? You can see the bubbles, and at this stage we'll have the flame on low and cook for another 5 minutes or until the fruits plump up. Let me show you how these fruits have plumped up. Have a look. See? It's juicy, plumped up and shiny as well. And now it's time to remove it from the flame. Cool it to room temperature. While it's cooling, you can take a break. You can have hot chocolate and read a book or even listen to music. Now, preheat the oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, I've taken a 9-inch cake mold and greasing it with butter. I'm using metal tin for baking. You can use any metal of your choice except glassware or ceramic ware because the cake will not cook evenly. Line it with parchment paper. I'm using double lining as I do not want my cake to burn at the bottom or on the sides. Again, grease it with butter. Let's have the dry ingredients ready. For this, mix the flour, baking powder and the ground spices. You can also add the table salt at the stage here. You can also use a teaspoon of ground ginger. I am not using. And using a whisk, mix all the dry ingredients together until they are well combined. Now, sieve the mixture into a large mixing bowl. Fruitcake is a most popular gift around the holidays, you know. Let's face it, most of us dread receiving this dense cake. Do you know why? Because it's overly sweet. Since I don't have table salt, I'm using rock salt, so I'm adding it to the eggs. Whisk the eggs until the yellows and the whites are well incorporated. The egg is beaten to perfection. Add the chopped nuts to the boiled fruit mixture. Also add the chopped prunes. You can also add some chopped dates at this stage. Since I don't have, I'm not using. Add the beaten eggs as well and give it a good mix. You know, usually fruitcake is made with candied or dried fruits, nuts and spices, and also optionally soaked in spirits. The rich version of this fruitcake is also called as plum cake. Now transfer this fruit mixture to the dry ingredients bowl and mix well until no flour pockets are found. You know, usually this fruit cake will be served in celebration of weddings and Christmas. You must be wondering, is this fruit cake healthy? Well, the dried fruits used in this recipe are high in antioxidants and can improve the overall heart health. Now I am adding the orange and the lemon zest as well as the grated ginger. Give it a good mix once again. While talking about the health benefits of these dried fruits, you know, when had in moderation, it is loaded with antioxidant and fiber, and also it aids digestion. This mixture has that beautiful aroma of the ground spices which makes the cake rich and flavorful. Transfer this cake batter into the greased cake mold, spread it evenly and give it a good tap to remove the large air pockets in the batter. Already the Christmassy aroma has filled my kitchen and I'm enjoying making this cake. It's so appetizing and appealing to the eye. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. You know, the Christmas cake is an English tradition that began as plum porridge, and people ate the porridge on Christmas Eve, using it to line their stomachs after a day of fasting. Soon, dried fruits, spices and honey were added to the porridge mixture, and eventually it turned into Christmas pudding. Now the cake tin is perfectly loaded and let's pop it into the oven. Also set the oven at 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit and slow cook for 80 to 90 minutes. After 80 minutes, keep checking by inserting a toothpick into the cake. If the toothpick comes out clean, then the cake is done. Let's check. Wow! The cake is perfectly done. Take it out of the oven and cool it for 30 to 40 minutes in the cake tin itself. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. After 40 minutes, unmold the cake from the cake tin and cool it overnight on a cooling rack. Then gently remove the lining paper in the morning and rest it for a couple of hours again. Store this cake in a cool, dry place. Because we live in a warm climate, it is better to store the cake in the refrigerator, and you can use this cake up to 7 or 10 days. This fruit cake will always be dense, so don't worry. It's simple and super easy to make. This will taste good when you have it the next day. What a joy to bake our own cake. Now it's ready to be served. Let's slice the cake. As I said, it's dense and the dry fruits are juicy. The joy of Christmas had already begun. I can't wait to dig in. Let's transfer this to a serving plate. Have a joyful and Merry Christmas. I'll meet you with another delicious recipe, and until then, it's Jeba signing off. Bye-bye.